What's happening, everybody? Bobby Digital bringing you another video. This time I'm bringing you some Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands beta. I got my boy Pyro here. We are going to be running the beginning missions. I'm going to kind of go in order so some of these missions make more sense to you. And we're going to try and do it as stealthy and as tactical as possible. But I know we're going to probably mess some shit up along the way. So, because it is what it is. But let's get started. So this is the very first mission. There's Pyro's here. So we're tasked to go and get information on one of the rebel leaders because he's been kidnapped by the cartel. So we got to go interrogate somebody who knows where he might be, and that's this part of the mission. Let's go get a car. Let's check out my loadout. Got this son of a bitch in my way. Okay, and I started a new character, so while we play, you'll see it from the beginning how your character can level. I'm probably gonna go for some weapon mods. I'm gonna try and reach this grenade launcher. I'm probably not gonna do it in this video, but at some point I want to get this grenade launcher so when we do run up against like convoys and stuff, it'll be a lot easier. Pyro over here, I think he's doing a lot with his drone, which is the drone right here. I think he's increased the range of it, so he's going to be the guy whenever we go into a zone or a outpost. He's going to scan for targets. He's also going to be tagging targets for us to co-op snipe, and I think he also has C4. So you'll see kind of two different styles of play. He's going to be more like the informational guy. He's going to be the C4 guy, and I'm going to be basically the assaulter. So, right. I'm going to go grab this vehicle and we'll get on the way. Yeah, everybody can hear you.
As children, we are taught that Job was
rewarded
for his faith.
I'm talking to myself on my stream.
His wealth was replaced,
Yay!
his family was replaced, and his sores were healed.
I don't have anything like that, no.
The true lesson is that
when was the last time you
Sorry,
talked to your family? Right before we shipped out for
Pyro, I
business.
guess, didn't include his
I tried to
audio in
call
the
them,
chat, so you're going to hear me
since
talking to
football
myself.
practice. Had to leave a voicemail. That's rough. You miss him? Every damn day. That don't matter. I'm still getting divorced. The covert deployments must be the worst. Can't say where you're going, can't say when you're coming back. One day you're there, next day you're gone. I don't know how they do it. To tell you the truth, I'm just happy I'm getting an honest divorce. Remember Kozak? Motherfucker came home and his wife cleaned out the whole goddamn house except
Coming,
for a
Pyro?
single fucking chair. Cleaned out the bank account too. I know. I just try to make every moment count when I'm home. Give them everything I got and
Yeah, I'm just
Close
messing
enough.
with my loadout.
And now y'all sad sack motherfuckers see why I'm still single. All I'm worried about back home is the lift kit I ain't yet put
Oh,
on
so,
my trunk.
alright, before we take off, yeah, I'll just run through for the people who haven't played the game. Some of the controls, obviously you got B, crouch, B, go prone, which is kind of a nice thing to add, because if any of you play the Division, you know you can't go prone. Even Battlefield players can't go prone. Maybe the new ones you can, but the old ones you couldn't, the bad companies. I'm glad the games now are moving away from that and now letting you lie down. I mean, it just makes so much more sense. Also, too, I think this was in a game like the Phantom Pain. If you were prone and you would flip your guy around, he would actually lay on his back and aim that direction, which I think is really cool. This is a nice little addition to the game. I like all these little tiny, things they add to the games. It makes it more immersive. So, like, if you go in a lot of games, you can't, like, so the Division, you can't take off your silencer. You literally would have to remake your gun or something like that in the game. Go to a weapon mod table or something. But this game allows you to just hold the left trigger down and press up on the D-pad to take your silencers off. I like that. I like that I don't have to go to my loadout and redo that. But let's put it back on for
Drone going up.
gameplay purposes. You also switch. You like the Division. You have two main weapons. You switch with Y. Double tap Y to go to your pistol, just like the Division. And then you can hold Y in, and you stow everything, and you just holster your guns, and you can actually see a more zoomed out camera, and you get a better look at your character. So, we can take off. Pyro 2, he can lean out of the car. What game was, I think it was Battlefield. Battlefield Hardline, you could lean out of the car and shoot. Just some really cool things, man. Like you know, this game might not be the greatest game, but I really appreciate when they put these little tiny touches in the game. Give you more control over your character instead of just trimming it down and streamlining it, taking out a lot of features. So this is the first tutorial mission, so you're going to see a lot of tutorial pop-ups, like teaching you how to use your drone, how to go prone, all that stuff. Driving, the handling in this game is kind of crappy. Or it's realistic, I don't know, because maybe cars aren't supposed to handle like Ferraris when doing video games. Just it's very slidey. But I am on mud too, so I guess it could be believable.
It has come to my attention.
Now, because me and Pyro are now in the mission, and it's just me and him, you notice that it removes the other two AS squad mates. So it kind of almost puts more pressure on me and him to get a mission done. But it's cool. Right, let's head. So we're approaching the area of the first mission, so you're going to start to see some tutorial prompts. And Pyro is going to scout ahead with his drone and mark targets and stuff, and then we can execute. Here's the first tutorial prompt, teaching how to use a drone.
Don't want to
And
the target.
obviously your stance changes how much noise you make. You can actually upgrade your character in the skills. If you look at the skills here, I believe you can upgrade him to make less noise with weapons and less noise while moving.
Got eyes on the target. Let's move.
And unfortunately, in this game, it's not like Splinter Cell, like the old Clancy games where you could actually pick up a body after you kill them and drag them to an off-site position. You actually have to, if you want to move a body, you have to grab him like this, and then walk him to an area where it's out of view, and then click the right stick to knock him out. I would much rather have the old feature where you could pick up a body off the ground and drag him. That makes so much more sense. But for some reason they decided not to include it. Here's a slingshot tutorial, which you'll see right here. Me and Pyro will do a slingshot. So the way we've done it to make it simple, because you know who's got 1 and 2, I'll always take number 1 because it's my game. I'm number 1 on the left, on the top left of the screen. Pyro's below me, so he would be number 2.
Yeah, I'm ready for 2.
All right, so let me get proned, and we'll do 3, 2, 1, fire. Ready? 3, 2, 1, fire. These little supplies here that you can tag. The reason you tag them is because, well, you just explained it right there. You're trying to help out the rebels because they're the opposition to the cartel. So if you can find them supplies and missions, it'll help them out. Plus, you need the supplies to upgrade your character. You can get ability points or skill points that you can find around the map, and you get when you level up. But you also need to spend resources in order to make those upgrades. That part of the game reminds me of what is it called? Metal Gear Phantom Pain, because you kind of have to do the same thing. Oh, this guy's gonna see me.
Back it up, they're gonna see you.
Corner. Pyro can take him out if you want. Actually, he's number 1. Yeah.
Got one. I got one narco up in the watchtower.
There's also what's that?
Quest guy in the back. There's only the quest guy in the back left.
I think there's sometimes a guy in that little watchtower. He's kind of hidden by the window, by the door, the wall there. Yeah, I'm gonna take. If you want to go and grab the informant or the officer, I'll shoot this guy.
Eyes in a small.
They're gonna make you back up. There's another one right there.
Coopere todo
Oh, there's a
saldrá
bunch
bien.
more below here.
Over by the crate of comm gear.
Yeah, we got a few more down below. Alright, I'm gonna interrogate this guy. He's gonna tell me in the mission. He's gonna tell me where the rebel leader is being held.
Here's the deal, asshole. You answer my questions, or I put a bullet in your gut and leave you to die in your own shit. ¿Lo entiendes?
Chill the fuck out, cabron. What do you want?
Amaru, where can I find him?
You serious? That's what this is about? Sure thing. He's at Atoya Farm. Go on. Then you can see what we do to people who fuck with us. People like you.
We need to get this done in a hurry. Amaru's an old man. He's not gonna last long under torture.
Shit, if they've been working on him for a while, there's a good chance he's already dead.
Maybe, maybe not. Amaru's a major player in the rebel movement. The cartel will keep him alive as long as they can to find out what he knows.
We can't afford to take any chances. There's too much riding on this. Let's move.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna snap this. Alright, I don't know how to do it now. Maybe it's not giving me the option. Alright, so
It was my party, that's why.
oh, okay. I was gonna lock it.
Let me just scope this out one more time.
Yeah.
I got a third tango.
Okay, wanna take the two that are close together and then we'll deal with the other guy?
Yeah, just watch number 3, so he's not looking. There's a 4th right there. I just
Okay. We can actually
say
kill the
one
one to the
two.
right. We can kill the one to the right. He's coming around the other side.
shot.
Can you hit the guy in the building to the right? And just take him out while he's kind of concealed by the building?
Yeah. Hold on. See him from here.
Oh, that's weird. I think this guy's like approaching.
That's one down.
I got him.
You see the guy in the street? I think he's coming to investigate.
Somebody almost saw me in the tower.
Alright, I'm gonna take one and then we'll deal with 3. You take 2. And we'll hit, actually, we can take 3 right now.
Yeah. Look.
Hostile dead.
There we go.
We're
So
clear.
that was messy as shit.
Oh, it's messy? Alright, well, I was gonna do my well done symbol. But whatever. Alright, so you guys are just, every time you find these supplies, you're gonna want to tag them. Just gonna get you stuff you need to run a lot. Upgrade your guy. Scattered along these areas too, you're gonna see these pieces of intel. They're gonna give you clues on, you know, where to find targets in the game. So that each zone has a main target, and you won't ever know where that main target is. You kind of have to like look for clues and things like that. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that show on Netflix called Narcos, but it was so hard to capture these people that were in charge of the cartels because they were so well hidden. So they would always have to like find information, look for leaks, and you know, people calling them up, telling them, you know, clues and stuff like that.
The Sicarios have found the escaped prisoner in the village of Sculta. What a wonderful name for a town. They were protecting him. See? The village is known to Unidad as a haven for rebels.
I'm riding a
Why do these
motorcycle.
rebels even bother? Kill them all. The whole village. Visit divine wrath upon Culta. And wipe it off the face of the earth. Claro. Al rato.
And let me just show you where that is before we leave. If you go to see where it says missions and Kingslayer files over to the left. If I hit X, you'll see the Kingslayer files. So we don't know yet who the main target is in the first tutorial area that we're in, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, you know what? I'm going to jump in with you.
The plug is going after them. Hard.
The rebels are pretty well dug in, though. We ought to be able to tip the scales a little for
The
them.
most feared and respected woman in the cartel, and I always answer. I act like I ain't afraid of nothing, like I have the biggest huevos in the room, and like nothing and nobody is gonna stop me from getting what I chingada madre want. And I tell those huerquillas, and I'm telling you, do the same damn thing. It's the only way a woman can win in our world. And if you...
Alright, so this is mission number 2, and when we interrogated the last guy from mission 1, he gave us locations of where the rebel leader's hidden. That's what we want to go do now. Oh boy, that was close. And also, you can kill civilians in this game. And I think I saw in one of the pop-ups that if you do too many, kill too many or something, you could fail what you're doing and have to respawn. So for those of you who like to shoot everybody, innocent people, you can watch out for that. Alright, and also too, when we are approaching a mission, we try not to go right to the area. We kind of learned that, you know, the wrong way before. I had a friend of mine, I'm not going to mention any names, who would land right on the target.
Listen, man. GTA was a different animal. You just end up marking and going.
So this is that little yellow icon is where he's being held inside the barn. We think, we don't know, we haven't scouted out yet. I do know because I played this mission, but he's in there. But if you were coming here for the first time, you would probably want to drone out the area to see where he is. So I'm gonna let Pyro do the droning. There he goes with his drone up in there.
I got another tango. There's a third one.
And they can see that drone as well if you fly too close to people.
I see a fifth target.
And you can do the same thing with your binoculars, you just don't have the aerial view, obviously. So once we get all the targets found, we can then come up with a plan and how we want to go in. Generally,
I think that's all of them.
Yeah.
That's all of them.
Yeah. So that's all Pyro's saying. I personally think that going in from the back side of the barn is better because you know, obviously you have the barn that conceals a lot of your actions. We're probably going to want to take this guy out that's closest to us at 50 meters first while he's kind of hidden. I'm going to go ahead and take that shot.
That's a kill.
Also
Got
too,
another
I have...
guy here right in front of me.
Okay. You want to take him up, Pyro?
Oh, I did. Oh wow, that would have been bad.
You also too, yeah. See how we almost messed that shot up, but you do have time to recover because they don't always react right away. If they start firing, though, if they start firing their weapon, then you're kind of in trouble and your cover is blown. However, the people generally around still won't know where you're located. They'll just know something's up. So you'll notice that if you still keep your weapon silent, they can still lose you or not even know where you are, and kind of make your escape. So I'm gonna come up closer to the back side of the building. I see. I'm gonna point out this one guy I see. He's a guy that you might want to take out first, and then move around to the right side and take out the guy by the water tower. Let me get down before they see me. Or if you want to grab that guy.
Sure.
And I'll actually, if you can grab number 2 over here. You see him carrying the barrels? I'll grab
yeah.
1 whenever you're ready.
Target down.
Alright, so now this is what happens when you shoot targets. Sometimes bullets will ricochet off the walls. They can hear that stuff. So once again, you could hear somebody yelling. I think they know we're here or something's up, like they're running right now, but they don't know where we are. So we can actually, if we stay hidden, I don't know if they'll necessarily find us. They're looking around, they don't see us. But they do have, I believe they're now calling in reinforcements.
Shit, they're headed this way. What should we do?
So we're going to want to take these guys out coming around as soon as possible and get that target out of here. You know, they don't see us. They're moving around way to the other side, which can be good because, you know what, I'm going to slip around toward the chopper, take out this guy that's here at the chopper. Down. Pyro's still on my left. We can probably now pinch them. And I can come around from the right.
Jesus.
Frag out. Coming near to left.
Get to cover. He's down.
Nice job.
We're over here.
In one piece.
Nice job. We can take this equipment. Sometimes these areas have equipment you can find. If you want to learn where more equipment pieces are or weapons, you have to interrogate Sicarios. And once again, you want to grab these resources. This is electronics resources over here. Comms tools, I guess they call it. Pyro's going to go ahead and take care of that, and then we're going to get this guy out of the cell. And we'll use him in the chopper. We'll bring him in the chopper and drop him off. This is the rebel leader we've been looking for.
Are you Amaru? What's left of him anyway? Come on, we're getting you out of here.
Now that, even though we sparked up a little action, we executed the plan. We killed all those guys before they could get a call out for reinforcements. Here's the tutorial for the helicopter. Now I believe in the bigger outposts that they do have like radio towers that if you disable them or disable the electronics, that they won't be able to get a call out. So it's just a good idea to scout out the entire area that you're going to raid. You know, sometimes they're even going to have rebels locked up that if you let them loose, they actually will fight the bad guys for you and kind of make a diversion. But if you look at this whole map, all of this is explorable. You can go anywhere on here. You better watch them. But you can go anywhere over here. There's boundaries in the beta, but there's no boundaries in the real game. And this is only the starting area, so there's 21 more zones that are almost the size of this one, or maybe larger. So you can just figure how big this game is. See that explosion over there to the right? I don't understand why these things happen. There might be like rebels that are fighting in the game. I don't know what that's all about. But if I figured out if you see flares going off in the sky, that's actually an opportunity. The game telling you there's an opportunity for resources, to collect resources, because a lot of the cartel will take resources and steal them for their own. And if you go to that little site where that flare was shot up, you'll find the cartel guarding some resources, probably prepping for delivery or something, and you can take them.
This is it. Bowman says the Beauty Queen set up her own charity.
Quite the philanthropist. Right. Money laundering?
Worse. Kind of student exchange program. She takes Bolivian teens and sends them north to the U.S., east to Europe.
I'm guessing they never make it to the Eiffel Tower.
Drug mules. What happens if they refuse?
Ah, I could use this.
Sniper rifle. So I'm gonna equip that right away. And we've also collected a scope in that last mission. I'll show you where you can put that on. It's not actually a scope, it's more of a red dot sight. And you can see like all the different parts you can do, you know, customize on your weapons. Pretty extensive. Rail, you can put you know, laser dots, under barrel grenade launchers, which is something I'm going to try. Change the barrels. Skills over here as well. So let's go ahead into this mission here and extract the prisoner.
Are you hurt? Santa Blanca is not the most gracious of hosts. These Aucas, these demons they had questioning me. Let us say, their talk of love was enough to make me vomit. But their methods were not...
Were their names Yuri and Polito?
Si, Yuri Polito.
These are the fucks that tortured Ricky Sandoval while Sueño questioned him. I want them bad.
We only saw run-of-the-mill Sicarios when we freed Amaru.
But I haven't seen Yuri and Polito in at least 3 days, maybe 4. I don't know where they are now.
We need more intel.
We'll search every village and camp until we find something.
Somebody's gotta know something. Gather documents, hack computers, interrogate hostile lieutenants, talk to civvies, whatever it takes.
We'll turn over every rock.
Okay, now this next audio piece is going to explain to you how the side missions work.
Heads up. Bowman's file on Yuri and Polito is coming through. That's the rundown on...
I'm going to skip this part of the video
there were 4 people in
because
the
it's
room
kind of
when
long and lengthy, but these are the main targets for this area. They were the guys that
Sueño, the head of the Santa
were
Blanca
torturing that rebel
Ricky,
prisoner, and we want to find
and the
them.
last 2
So let me cancel this out.
In charge of security is El Muro, the Wall, personal bodyguard and childhood friend to El Sueño.
El Muro's little brother is La Plaga. Nasty piece of shit. Very active on social media. Head Sicario for the cartel.
The hunt starts now. We want Sueño, we gotta work our way up the hierarchy. First targets are Yuri and Polito. We find the intel, we track them down, we take them out.
There's a tutorial for how the investigations work. Each one of those envelopes tells you new pieces of intel, so where to find the leader in the particular province. And there's going to be somebody that makes a call to me. I think it usually happens when I take off. But it's the rebel leader. He's going to ask for help, and that's going to explain the side ops missions in the game. I don't know why I didn't get it yet. Usually happens already.
Nomad, I've got Pacatari on the line. Sounds like he needs our help.
Put him through.
Hola, compadre. I have a problem in Itaqua, and Bowman says you may be able to help. My people need help. There have been many losses to the cartel, and the horrors inflicted by Yuri Polito have broken their spirit. The fires of revolution have almost gone out.
Spare me the rhetoric, Atari. Just tell me what you need.
There is a cartel supply convoy passing through the province soon. Capturing it would give my people much-needed supplies and restore their morale. Can you do this?
Consider it done.
We're taking orders from Pacatari now?
Katari needs this convoy. We are gonna give it to him. The more he depends on us to get shit done, the more we can get out of him in return.
Okay, so this is the mission that you should probably take on after you do the one we just did. Because what you're now going to do is some side stuff. This is considered a story mission because you have to do this to advance the story to get the side missions, but this is what a side mission would look like.
Is on the verge of defeat. If we help him turn things around, we'll be able to count on his support in the future.
So that's the convoy. You'll see the arrow. It's going to be patrolling around this area. So me and Pyro will then make up a plan to attack the convoy. We don't want to blow up the convoy truck because it contains a lot of resources, and if you destroy it, I think you only get half the resources. So I'm going to end this part of the video now. This is going to be part 1. I'm going to redo it again and do a part 2, and we're going to continue on from this point.